I think the world revolves around farming. If we didn't have farming, we wouldn't be here today. We'd be like wild animals fending for ourselves, but somebody's got to feed the world.
Yeah, it's to make a living, and well, like I say, it's what I do. It's my business.
It's a difficult business money-wise. There's not a lot of profit, so it's difficult to do that, to stay in business, and it's also difficult to have the land. It's capital intensive. Keep it rented because you can't always afford to own enough.
Working to produce more food on less acres and to keep up with the growth of the world. And the problem we're having is the resources, the input cost, and the fact we're trying to increase our growth to produce more with limited resources.
And still make a living.
And still try to make money doing it.
The most difficult part that I have for in this area is the marketing of crops, because we have no end use for any of the commodities that we raise in the area. So transportation out of here is a big concern.
There's just more challenges, and the challenges, I think, are we don't have the transportation out of the state, out of this area. We don't have a railroad system, and that's very important in agriculture. So everything has to be trucked out by semis or smaller trucks, and that costs a lot more money.
We're so isolated, it's so far to market for a lot of crops that we could grow, and we can grow them, but it costs too much to ship them out of this area. It makes it cost prohibitive.
Well, I think if we could plan on a fair price for the crops most of the time, and depend on getting a good price for everything, I think it would help.
Well, I guess the main thing is young kids can't get started because they don't have the money to do it. They can get a loan, but they have to be a little established before they can get a big loan to buy the farm.
There's less and less generations going home to the farm, and as that happens, we're looking at people aren't actually getting to see the little operation or see some hay being baled or baby calves be born and stuff, and then know actually what's produced as agriculture. So that's why I think we're getting so far away from it. And I think we're not seen as anything bad. I just don't think people actually know what's happening with their food or where it's coming from.
I think there's a lot more people nowadays around these cities and stuff that don't have a clue about what farming's all about, where several years ago more people knew what was going on the farm.
Well, we don't need farmers. We can just go to city market and buy what we need. They don't really care where it comes from, but if they really stopped and thought that the farmers is what's feeding the world, they would probably have a different outlook towards the farmers.
We are providing food to feed the world as much as we're for ourselves to make an income, that we're actually producing something that helps every American out.
It makes a difference.
Yeah.